about my dream. The reason I tell it's a dream of an unknown king, I will explain it a bit later on. The first things I want to tell you about my dream. So if you allow me to just tell you about my dream. First of all, I don't have any boundaries and I can lost anywhere, wherever I want to go. Nobody can stop me. Just to make it clear, just because I'm an asylum seeker, nobody can stop me. This is my fundamental right. Second thing is, I was listening to my fellow presenters. They are warriors. They do fight and they gain sometimes and they change the whole world. This is why I'm with them at the moment. Being a dreamer, I inherit a king by myself. Yes, I'm a self-centered king who is trying to make more kings and yet to be known by others. I am confident about my king's dream and I think I am the prettiest young man in the society. All of your smile makes me realize my talent will not be given any chance and I will not be able to help this country. That's why I have decided to go to USA and able to help the country. That's why I have decided I will go to USA and use a supersonic jet very soon. Then I will be an actor in Hollywood. As I told you guys previously, I am the prettiest and charismatic young man. I will be in Hollywood. Other actor and actress will be dreaming to be acting with me and will be in the queue in my Beverly Hills property in USA. I will choose my fellow actors and actresses, and because of my best nomination of choices, actors and actress, my film will obtain box office full status very soon. After being famous as a hero in USA, I will be the first person who will win the Oscar in movie who was being an asylum seeker and from Bangladesh. Who will get 3-time consecutive Oscar and will leave behind Tom Hanks very soon. Then I will build a production house named King and Abir and create more movies which will create most successful films in the world history. After a few days, my Abir and King production will be the multi-billionaire company in the world. Then you will see my pictures in the newspaper and online, Facebook, probably in the billboard in Newcastle. After getting rich, I will concentrate making universities in the whole world where I will grant scholarship to the asylum seekers.
Yes.
And to enrich the world, provide the world beautiful humanity, I will invite all of the gentlemen, presidents, and all of the rich people around me to contribute in that project. Because although I will be old person by that time, but I will be still handsome and prettiest gentleman in the Hollywood. I will use my innocent face and my convincing power to motivate the education and their involvement in my project. Then they will not buy any houses in Beverly Hills. And soon the Beverly Hills house prices will go low. And because of that, they will go around the world with me to help asylum seekers and refugees. I will also take them with me tour using my B2 Spirit chartered flight, which will go around 1,010 kilometers per hour. If anyone wants from here, I can take you guys as well.
Go together, bro.
Yeah. Then I will bound those rich people and president to contribute at my project. During the time of my acting, I will also study law and become a barrister. And I will be the first person to take Donald Trump to court to prosecute for detaching hundreds of thousands of kids from their refugee parents. Yes. And I will also prosecute Tony Blair, Mr. Bush, Aung San Suu Kyi, and so on, who is doing operations to the asylum seekers and the families. Like this way, for contributing in the education and law, I will get 2 Nobel Prize by 2004. So this is sort of my dream, which I think I am inheriting myself. So this is a dream of an unknown king, a journey to education. The thing is, I'm here today to describe a couple of things about education and about a project which we are running at the moment. My friend, I'm sorry, what's going on? Can I use that one, please? Sorry for the interruptions.
Wouldn't happen in Hollywood.
No, that's fine.
Most people, when they get their stay, they forget about asylum seekers. We were so many,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen.
Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro.
Other people don't even want to hear that they were asylum seekers. So I've taken a video.
Thank you. You will see me in the film very soon as a hero. So I still believe I'm the prettiest person. So let's go to the slide. So that was a dream about an unknown king. Now, if you allow me to reflect more about the current situations about asylum seekers in education. I don't know if all of you know about asylum seekers. I'll just explain it briefly here. Who is an asylum seeker? An asylum seeker is a person who flees from his country or her home country and then enter to the safe country and seek safety for under Human Rights Protections Act UNHCR by UNHCR. And what is the difference between an asylum seeker and refugees? There is a lot of confusion between us actually. Nobody knows who is refugee, who is an asylum seeker. Asylum seeker is a person who came to the country from a war-torn country or from a problematic country and seek refuge. And refugee is the person who already get their status and they have given status, they can stay in this country. I have said in there an asylum seeker is a person who sought protection as a refugee, but whose claim for refugee has not been assessed. Many refugees have some at point they have been asylum seekers. So going to the next slide, why they need education. Of the decision of Home Office, nearly 45% of asylum seekers are waiting more than three years for their decision in this country, in UK at the moment. 25% of them has been taken to 6 to 10 years time scale. So I think I put 6 to 1 year, and there should be one more zero. And there is evidence some of the asylum seekers are waiting more than 15 years in the UK for their decision. Joel is one of them. Can you raise your hand? 15 years, guys. That's a living example. Next one, what is happening when they wait? While they're waiting, many of them are being treated for anxiety and depressions as they are struggling to survive little over £5 a day. In prolonged period of uncertainty. Prevented from working, we have been prevented from working, studying, and then feel hopeless, isolated, excluded from the society in the UK. Personally, I have been to lots of places. I feel isolated myself. I'm not gonna shy, or I'm not gonna be scared to tell you that universal truth as asylum seekers. I go lots of places. I do struggle still now to cope with the people. When they listen that this is the asylum seeker, put him aside. I have witnessed those sort of moments, but I didn't keep those moments as a proof. If I knew, I should do it and show you guys there. There is a couple of examples coming up very soon. So next slide. How many asylum seekers we have in UK, and have they got same right as got as refugees got? There is 40,365 asylum seekers by 2017 chart in UK, and at the moment they are waiting for their decision. 40,365. No, they don't have the same rights in the UK as unless they have been granted refugee status. If you are a refugee, you got the same right as a British citizen in this country. Going to the next slide, as an example of success in long-term plan by France. just to give you an example, how France has used asylum seekers as a wealth in their country. Astonishingly, 87% of the World Cup team, which is 20 footballers of the France in Football World Cup, are from immigrant family. And top of that, around 7 of them came from a refugee family who once used to be an asylum seeker. Is their long-term plan, the French government long-term plan, they have made it. And the main squad, 7 of them are from refugee and asylum seekers family. They have used those brains, and then they got the result after a long time. And what's the result?
World champion.
Yes. I think everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
And we do appreciate. Those are the people who has made their country proud.
And proud to be French proud to be French.
Yes, thank you. Let's go to the next one. There is a video I'm going to show you guys. If someone can turn on the light for a minute, please. It's about BBC Inside News about the situation of asylum seekers in England. If you can put the sound on.
Sorry. Let's start it again.
Bail has been used in the criminal justice system for hundreds of years. But in January this year, bail...
Okay, we'll just start again. There we go.
If you're a student, you don't expect to be told by the government that you can't study anymore. But a new Home Office policy has done just that.